Bun venit la sesiunea despre Scratch la clasă, înregistrată pentru cea de-a treia ediție a Festivalului Digital Predau Viitor. Sunt Livia Untaru și fac parte din echipa Asociației Textup, iar astăzi voi fi gazda acestei sesiuni. Sunt încântată să vi-l prezint pe invitatul nostru de astăzi, Javier Aguilar, un profesor de informatică entuziast din Statele Unite. Am aflat prima dată despre Javier la conferința Scratch 2024 și el a fost foarte încântat când l-am invitat să participe la conferința noastră din România. În ciuda diferențelor de fus orar, este aici cu noi pentru a împărtăși experiențele sale cu Scratch și pentru a ajuta profesorii din România să profite la maximum de acest instrument incredibil. Vă voi explora mai multe subiecte astăzi. Veți vedea și cumva rolul activităților fără calculator, noi le numim unplugged, construirea încrederii copiilor în acest domeniu, rolul profesorului ca facilitator și multe altele. Javier ne va ghida prin aceste subiecte, împărtășindu-și experiențele și perspectivă. I will now make the transition to English. Thank you for joining us, Javier, actually at a very early hour for you. So good morning.
Good
Javier
morning, everybody.
is a technology applications and computer science teacher at East Fort Worth Montessori Academy. And from now on, I will hand over the virtual stage to him. Javier, please introduce a bit yourself if you still want to add a few more words, and then let's talk about Scratch.
Yes, thank you so much, Livia, first of all, for this invitation. Very excited to share with you what is my little knowledge with my little ones. I'm teaching pre-K to fifth graders, and I start with Scratch Junior because this is a platform to build confidence for my students, especially girls. I really want to have more girls learning computer science, and I love to share with everybody about computer science using Scratch Junior and other resources, and of course, Scratch 3.0 for upper graders. Let me start with you sharing my presentation, a slides presentation I prepared for you guys. So at any point, you can ask any question you have, but I really want to see it too. This is something that I do with my students. You notice here, I have the big cat to represent my upper grade students and my little Scratch Junior to represent my lower grade students. So one thing I really emphasize in my students is to say big brothers, big sisters. So I really want to have the students learning from other students. So it is something that I bring in my third, fourth graders to bring it with me, with permission for the teachers to go to the little classes like pre-K, kinders, first graders and second graders to teach them a Scratch Junior. And here is the side that I start explaining to my students. Okay, here is the menu for Scratch Junior. You see the little house. That is the first thing that you need to understand when you are working with the Scratch Junior. You have the little division over here that expanded the screen for you. And also they have the little lines. The little lines give you a lot of reference for the students to move on to left, to right, how many steps they need to move. And of course, they have the little background. They have a little picture. The students, they need to see it, them. Okay, this is the representing what I need to put it in the back. This is the background. And of course, they had letter ABC that represents the title. The title you're gonna be putting in your project. And then of course they have the undo. The undo, if something does something wrong, they can put it back and they said the undo. The students, they need to understand mistakes are okay. Nobody's perfect. Teachers are not perfect. Teachers and also have mistakes. So they need to understand, give it that confidence. And of course, they have the green flag. The green flags also mention it to the students. Okay, when you go with your mom and driving, you see the three lights, the red, the yellow, and the red or the green one, correct? So what did you remember with green? It's go, okay? It's ready. So it's excited to the students to reference with that. And of course, on the right side, we have the first slide, they show the numbers, and they can create stories that you can create more with the plus sign. So this is on the bottom here, of course, they have the menus, and you can notice here, I show right now with the blue, the colors is very important to the students understand what the colors mean. So here in the color, there means the directions, how many times, what direction to move, left, right, up, down, jumping, or repeat. So move on. I have my lesson plan here. For example, this is something that I start with the little ones. So I explain it step by step. Okay, guys, let's go get your devices. We're working with iPads, or sometimes we're working in the computer lab using this one. For example, say, okay, let's go shoot the background. Remember the picture over here? So you can make reference and say, this is the picture to show what is gonna be behind, what is gonna be your project means. So when you already that, of course, give you okay to approve that one, and then start doing the characters. So you need to explain it to the students. One thing is the background, what is the back, and one thing is the character or the sprite. The character is something that can be moving, actions, or something. The background, they don't have any coding because it's only the background or what is in the back. And then, of course, I have here the first command and say, the pink one means something. So what do you think? We can be resize, we can be made the character smaller or bigger. So you notice here and say draw the car and the screen, and we can be made it smaller. And then over here, we start doing the coding. So it's when I explain it to the students, we can be, remember I explained it to you, the grid, the screen, they can give you the lines. That lines we can be used for reference. Why? Because we can be see it here, say, I need to move my car 18 times. In what direction? To the right. So after that, I put it stop with this red block, and we continue and we finish. We finish with our first project. When the students finish and say, okay, you already know the basics, or right now is your time to change your color of the car, change your background, maybe more change directions, maybe move to the right and go back to the left, it's up to you. And then I have a project number 2, continue with the class. In this time, we're gonna have 3 characters. We have the piggy, we have the dog, and the bunny. And what is the actions? They're gonna be moving. They're gonna be having like a race. So it's something they can maybe put it, the code for that particular project with the students and have fun. But at the same time, when we finish, I want to reinforce it, what they learn. So I challenge them, say, okay, all right, you already have your project, let's move on. What happened if you want to change another character? What is your favorite animals? What are your favorite pets? Maybe you have a chameleon, or you have maybe a chicken, or maybe you have a cat. So create your own project, do creativity, use your creativity and be fun. So move on, let's go here. I give you here a little explanation that you can read it later on. I really don't want to spend more time on this because I want to see it to you more resources I have it, because I'm very excited to share with you. So it's here why my big brothers, sisters, 4th and 5th graders do with the little ones. I compare. So they help me go with the little ones. We are feel that confidence to the students and we have fun. The more important is to have fun and learn. So move on. So the benefits for all our students, this I want to talk to equity. I believe so it's important to, at this time, all the students to be exposed, all the students to be fun, because you don't never know what is happening at home, what's happening with this kid. So to have fun time in the school, to give you that, I believe so it's important. For me, I have to be emphasizing that, to have fun in the class. And then right now, I'm gonna be put this video for you guys to we are be blessed that Google come to our school and made a video for our upper grade students learning Scratch. So when I have this opportunity, I see my students very happy. The parents very say, oh my goodness, my daughter is in there, and say, yes, your daughter is doing good. I really like it. So let me put it for you and you enjoy it. Computer science is important to prepare all my students for their future.
Computer science opens up doors of possibility for students.
It's an opportunity for students to really show what they are feeling, show what they know in more creative and authentic ways.
Here at Fort Worth Montessori Academy, we are a Title I school, public school. When I started teaching here, I noticed our computer lab was only used to play games. I never thought I'd be teaching coding, but I want to figure out how to bring it into my school's curriculum.
We live in a rural community, and some of our students don't have access to technology or even Wi-Fi. The school district is able to bring that technology to them. So once they start, they realize that they too can have a place in computer science.
Coding can be very intimidating for anybody, but I am passionate about bringing computer science to all of our students. And so I love the fact that Google CS First provides those simple entry points for students and for teachers.
When I first started with CS First program, I said, oh my goodness, this is a complete little curriculum. Everything is here for teachers.
So we'll set students up with CS First and off they go.
Past couple of weeks, we've been talking about cells and organelles, and today we're taking the scripts that you wrote last week and turning it into a little kind of skit with CS First.
So a science lesson becomes an art lesson, and then we're turning around and turning it into a rap song.
Hi, I'm the nucleus. I'm the brain of the cell. I control everything and the organelles. Like that's gonna be a rap song.
You're my help.
I like coding because you can make anything you want it to be.
Creativity is a big part of computer science. And if you give students the opportunity to create, that level of engagement is through the roof.
And then I go, and then I move it back down.
Oh, that's really cool. My scribe was originally like a old lady, but then I changed it to someone that looks like me.
If you want to change the narrative regarding who computer science or STEM is for, you have to be intentional. That means girls, especially girls of color, can see themselves as computer scientists.
One student, he was watching the video and I said, oh, I want to be like him. They have a skin color than the same like me.
I love coding and I really want to keep on doing it.
It's really empowering when they start feeling like, oh my goodness, I create something with my hands. They have fun and all while building confidence.
Probably the best coder in this class.
When you get a problem that you can't solve, when you solve it, it's like feels so good. Like I did this.
My favorite part about teaching with Google CS First is seeing those moments of joy.
And I love seeing when the students get it and their light bulb goes off.
And I see the projects and I see the progress and I'm excited at the same time that my work as a teacher is paid off. So I really saw that is something like always I mention to my students. I'm very
Computer
proud
science
of
is-
them because they're do fun at the same time. This is something that I put it with my little ones. I say, look, I want to next time Google come or Scratch come, you need to be the star. So let's do it. So I follow the the CSTA K5 standards in my class. And also we have in Texas new TICs, it's a new policies or guidelines to need to have all students from kinder to 8 or to 12 to learn computer science. And let me show you some of my pictures in action with my students. Here is my little ones, my pre-K and kinder students to learning. I put it together to pair programming. Pair programming is one student doing one time and the other students do the second time. And I really want to have this fun and to say somebody already master to help another students. Before coming to ask me, they need to have to elbow partner and say, how can I do this? But sometimes I explain it to them, don't do for them. Give you a little clues because it's important to all students understand they need to do themselves and learning. So that is something that I really keep in mind. And here is, you notice here, this girl over here in the yellow in the head, she's a fourth grader. She's helping with the little ones how to explain it to them. Okay, and it's fun. The teacher say, oh my goodness, it's crazy. You need to do more frequently, Mr. Aguilar. I say, yes, you need to have a full break because sometimes teachers, they need to have like little understand to the students need to have fun. I don't say math, reading, and writing is not important. No, I want to say they need to have a break to have fun with coding. In this case, Scratch Junior, Scratch. And you notice here, more students have fun. They're learning from each other. And this is everything for this part. So I explained it to you, the basics for Scratch Junior. And I have this resource for you today, guys, that you can use in it in your classrooms. So this is called BootUp, and they have the option to have already these lessons for you. You can use in it. So here you have the Scratch Junior for the little ones, and also have the Scratch for upper graders, for third, fourth, and fifth, sixth, seventh, and eighth graders. So I like to start with this Scratch Junior. I'm going here as a teacher, and I choose this little lesson plan or this lesson, and you notice here they show you the little video. This they don't give any instructions, so you need to figure out what is the next step, how you can be explaining it in your class.
Hey everyone, if you're watching this on YouTube, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe.
Okay, all right. So over here, you have the STEM and learning. They show you the lesson plan, the video. And the lesson plan is very important to give you a little information about everything, the standards they use in it, and the practice and concepts you want to learn, the Scratch Junior motion, all the blocks we're using in that time, and the step-by-step. They explain it to them what is an algorithm, what is code, more words integration, vocations, and then over here, what I like to display is also to give you like a little practice or little sample how it looks like. So that's what I really like it with the Scratch Junior. And like I said, you don't need to reinvent the wheel, guys, because everything is there. It's more than, I believe, so 53 right now lessons that you can learn it with the students. And you can, like I said, do one per day or break it down. It's too much for the coding. But look, it's all this one and it's free. It's nothing you need to pay or anything. So don't reinvent the wheel using this really accessible resource. If you have any problem anytime, I can leave you the information with Livia. You're more than welcome to contact me for that. So with that in mind, I want to show you to jump into the Scratch. The Scratch 3.0 is something that using it with my students, we already have the building these skills with the Scratch Junior to understand what is a background, to understand what is an sprite or a character, to explain it to them already. You have, remember, you have motion. So over there, you notice for the little ones, they have little arrows, left, right, up, down. Over here, we have already different commands. We have commands to say move 10 steps, move 5 steps, turn to the 15 degrees to the right, turn 15 degrees to the left, go to random position. So it's more in deep, it's more like already for, I mention it sometimes, big leagues, but if the students already understand the basics, this is gonna be very easy transition from a Scratch Junior to a Scratch. So for example, in this example of this project, what I did with my students, I say, do you know what? Let's go put in a background. Remember what is a background? And here it's called backdrops. So the backdrops is changed, okay? But it's the same concept. What is behind and your project? What is gonna be your background? What is gonna be behind? So if I want to change it for something else, you can move it over here and say, for example, I want to in the beach, and you change it easily. So I want to, and then over here, I have my first character or my first sprite. In Scratch 3.0, we call it, not call it anymore character, we call it sprites. The sprite is the person it's gonna be do some action. So for example, here, when I click the green flag, what you notice? You notice that my cat is eating the apples, correct? So, but in real life, I want to challenge my students when I finish with this project and say, guys, of course, cats, they can eat in small apples, little pieces, but they can smell the big apple, correct? That doesn't make sense, but it's in the creativity mode. So, but I just say, I want to challenge you. Give me an examples of animals or something they can eat. So for example, I can try to the first one and say, monkeys eat what? Eat bananas, correct? So create a project using the same concept, the same coding with the monkeys eat bananas. you're gonna be change your background, maybe like a park, like maybe like something fun. So you change your background, you change your character or your sprite with a monkey, and then change the apples to replace the apples with what? With bananas. And it's something maybe I want to see a project under the sea. Like for example, big sharks eat what? Little fish or what eating, okay? Not humans, of course, not humans. So it's something they really want to say. So if you notice here, I give you the confidence, I give you the options because they already know the basics. So I explain to here, we use the forever command, we use the mouse command, the movement command, and of course, I have the looks. I want to change the color effect 25. And then for the apple, and it's very important you understand here on the corner, when you cut in, many students have sometimes a problem to say, Mr. Aguilar, something happened, and say, you are in the background code. So if you notice over here, you can cut in anything here. So you need to, of course, go to the tab to say code. And here, my apple. Here is the code for my apple. Yes, the apples have a code too because they need to see something, correct? They show you here when they click, it's gonna be start the apple, and then when the sprite, in this case, the sprite, the cat, touching the apple, it's gonna be disappear. So they give you already a code, and you notice this code is repeated. It's repeated because it's the same code. When they understand, they say, all right, I can duplicate my code, dragging it and put it in another duplicated character is something they really want to do it with my students. So I believe so. I'm more than happy to share more resources and everything, but we have limited time for that. But I really want to continue with this conversation with you guys. Like I said, you don't have a chance to sign in for Scratch. It's free for educators. You need to sign it, and it's like you need to do a lot of stuff with this one. For example, let me show you my other projects that I do with my students. And let me show you, for example, here, I want to say my students to see it. What are they doing? We do math. So I have here my students. I have a big code. I really don't want to deep, but you notice here is the character. I have another character, and over here, I change it. And I start using a hider and a great teacher. That is not me. All right. And then I start a Scratch project. You see the interaction, the action, the what is called the mix. They understand the math, reading, writing is important, and they can bring it to computer science. They can bring something fun, and they can also continue learning their confidence for them. Let me move on, guys. I hope so. This one is very excited for you. Like I said, I love Scratch Junior. I love Scratch, but also I have more resources for you that I can share with you today because I asked permission to Livia and say, look, I have more free resources that I really want to share with the teachers today to attend this presentation for me. This is a presentation that I use in all the technology conference that I presented. I am fan of Legos and I'm fan of Minecraft, but of course I have here these resources for you today that you're gonna be receiving then the resources. I don't know, I believe so you're familiar with the code.org. This is a great platform they use now also for any grade level from kinder to A to high school. It's all grade levels. It's a great platform and it's free as well too. And then I use Bricks and Bricks. This is a great opportunity for the students continue learning computer science to move the little robot from point A to point B and made it to fun way to do it. We're using in also the knowledge for code.org. And I have Robot Puzzle, Beatbots. They are really like the Beatbots is because they introduce into robotics. Robotics is one really part of the computer science to expand the knowledge for the students to understand the robots are important in our lives. And on all the time when they have these competitions for robotics with my students and say, you're ready by themselves because I'm the coach. The coach, they can go to the arena, they can go by themselves. So you're working as a team. You need to fix that as a team, the problem you have or anything like that. They give you that confidence. So I start with the little ones, the Beatbots, robots, to using it, and you can use it online, or you can order the actual BeatBot robot. And then I move on to BootLogic, and you notice here is Scratch, of course, is my favorite too. And I have a Code Monkey. Code Monkey, they have the version for the little ones. It's called Code Monkey Junior. Maybe another presentation I can go indeed for Code Monkey, but it's a great opportunity. And of course, you see the video that we do the Google search first. It's a platform with using Scratch, but everything is with the Google Classroom or using it. And they have different options. They have art, they have games, they have game design, they have also sports, they have soccer. You have students love soccer, they can have it love Google CS first. I love it. They have Tinker, they have block coding, they make code with Microsoft, and they have coding with Kano. Bitsbox. Bitsbox is one of also a great resource because they start introducing to JavaScript. JavaScript is like a Python, another language. This is a great resource for that. You notice here, I start typing. For example, line 1, I can have put a field. What is field? The students already understand. Field means the background. Remember, this is another name they call right now in JavaScript. This is the same concept, but it's a different name. This is called field. And what is there? Open parentheses, put the quotes, and I say rainbow. Rainbow is the color. But I say, what another color knows? How do you spell orange? How do you spell white? How do you spell purple, light purple? So expanded the knowledge for the students, force them to start problem solvers, to be creative. So, and then created my first variable is p equals stamina cat. You see it, this is my cat. And what is gonna be happen? When I type it, the cat is gonna be explode. I don't want to my cat explode, but it's something that explain it to my students. And then I did this with my students. I give you this example and say, let's go type in this. But after that, I challenge them, say, do you know what? I did this for coins, but I really want to do with bills. So what is the code to do bills? So I say, I want to have a calculation for $1, $5, and $10. So I did that challenge, and he just looks like, of course, I create another variable, I create another operation, and I have here. The next one is processing, is use Java. I love Java because it's also give you a reinforcer to debugging students. Terminal 2 to create games. Finch robot is really another robot. The program, the Finch robot, they give you a loaner for 30 days. I'm sorry, they give you between 20 to 30 robots that you can take it at your school to expose your student for 3 months, returning and go to another school. It's something maybe and expanded to Romania. You never know. I planning to do explain it to the Finnish robot people and say, look, you need to expand it to overseas because there are more teachers like me excited to expose the students to computer science and robotics. They have the Sphero, they have also the Lego we do. I still have the Lego we do 1.0. This is the first one. So I still using it and it's valuable. And I have another resources. I have these websites they can share with you that you can explore it yourselves, but at any point you have any questions, more than happy to help you. And of course, this is go to your local library. It's something that I have the passion. I go to more local libraries and I check what is the books right now for coding, for Scratch Junior, for Scratch, available for educators. And you don't need to spend money. I understand sometimes teachers, we don't have money. So go to your local library, go to universities, check what is the resources they have for you. Knock the doors, ask for questions. It's great. Look, this is some books that you can order in Amazon for lower price, and it's great books they give you. And then look, I really recommend the Python. This is something that you're jumping for. Blocking code to JavaScript and then to Python. Amazon Future Engineer offers a lot of resources for free and it's international. Google Interland is also a great resource for students. And I finished with this one, but I really want to stop over here and I say thank you so much to Olivia to give me this opportunity to have that passion that I do with my students. And I hope so. You're learning something today. I know it's a little fast and everything, but I really want to close today with this option to say, please don't limit your students, expand it, expose them, and have mistakes with them, learning at the same time with them, because It's the way the students gonna have that confidence, that creativity they have their own, because the students, they need sometimes the little push. You can do it. It's okay. We don't have the results of the first time, but let's go try. Let's go try. Don't give up. Let's continue. And when you give it that confidence, a student's gonna be appreciated. Thank you so much, and I hope so you really like my presentation. I can be share all the resources with Livia, and I leave you to you guys. Have a wonderful conference, and I love you to see you next time, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Javier. That was really good and good on time. Thank you so much for everything. You shared a lot of resources and a lot of good examples from your work, and I'm really sure the teachers will appreciate it. I just wanted to ask you one more thing. I know I don't have the questions yet from teachers. I'll surely receive some and send them to you. But before that, I wanted you to tell me a bit about, or the unplugged activity that you told me about as well. How do you actually engage with your students before you put in front of the computer? Wonderful.
Yes. Sometimes what I do with my students, I have the big Legos. It's Lego education. One is called the letters, numbers, and also have the STEAM. So what I do with my students, open the floor and the computer lab, and I give you a station. Say we're gonna have rotations, but I want you build this something fun, something you like it. So I believe it's important for the students to have the break time from in front of the computer. I love computers in front. I love to have hands-on everything, but it's very important to have this break, to have fun. So
Yeah.
when we are kids, we like to destroy and build something fun. With Legos, that helps a lot. The other thing that I really do with my students is, okay, guys, remember, I have the floor, we have squares, and I said, if I want to move it to my left, I'm the robot. I'm not the person. I'm the robot. You're gonna give me directions. So that unplug activity show to the students, okay, that makes sense. If I ask my robot, in this case, Mr. Aguilar, to move 2 steps to forward, move to the right. If he move to the right, what do we need to do next? So it's segmentation. I give you, say, this is the part that you understand. You have a big problem, part in different steps. That is segmentation. So give you that confidence, unplug activities. They give you like I said, the break from in front of the computers. So it's something I really like it to have unplug activities with my students.
Nice. Thank you very much. I think you gave a lot of think about to our teachers, and we cannot thank you enough for accepting to be part of this conference. So we hope to see you soon.
Yes.
Till next
Thank you so
time.
much.
Thank you.
Enjoy
Bye-bye.
your conference. Bye-bye, guys.
Bye. Okay.